Andy was just talking about how second set wasn't the 6-2 problem. It was more of a serve-receive issue, too. How do you kind of assess what happened during the second set?
Yeah, I mean, passing broke down a little bit, and thought we just got complacent. But, yeah, I thought Campbell and Allie had a nice game today and came in and made a difference when they could, the ways that they can.
Why did you want to run a 6-2 in second set?
It wasn't really about running a 6-2. It was about double sub. I think we're going to need that this year multiple times. I think we're going to need Allie. I think we're going to need Campbell. And I thought this was a great game to try that. It wasn't the intent to go 6-2, but I thought the opportunity presented itself. And then we wanted to stick with it and see if they could finish that second set off even though it was tight.
Outside where you see the middle blockers exploit the game plan and kind of take advantage of those blocks.
That was great. You know, we talked about that being a big part of the game plan, and you know, even though we got aced a bunch, it was like perfect pass or ace. When we passed well, we were executing the game plan, and the middles took advantage, and that was huge. They both had huge nights.
Hey, Coach. I asked Rebecca what has made you all so effective to get 3 sweeps in a row, and she mentioned something about the coaches cleaning up the game plan in the scouting report. Can you give some insight to maybe what you've changed the past couple matches versus the start of the season?
Well, you know, the beginning of the season, you don't really have film on teams, or you have very little, and teams are playing different opponents, and so now that there's, you know, 4 weeks, 5 weeks of film, you can have a better game plan, and I think we've just spent more time on it because we have more information. So I don't really talk about it's cleaning it up. It's just getting more information and using it. And then we are working on it a little bit more in practice than we were in the preseason. In the preseason, you're also trying to learn about yourself so much. You don't necessarily have the time, or you don't want to put the effort towards opponents because you're trying to figure out yourself.
Coach, in the first set, you guys had 3 errors and you fell behind 5-3, but then you had 5 straight points to take an 8-5 lead. What did you see from the players during that stretch where they kind of just flipped the switch a little bit?
Yeah, I don't really remember if there was an exact turning point. I think we just cleaned it up, and I don't know who scored those points. So I think it's just probably a good turning point for us, and knew we wanted to take control of that game.
When you're in system, what makes Andy so tough to stop hitting?
Andy's so athletic, and she's so fast off the ground. It's probably the biggest thing. She's fast off the ground. She has a fast arm. So both those things are pretty dynamic, and unless the opponent is going to 100% commit with her, she's probably going to have a poorly formed block. So again, she's a weapon, and I just think her speed makes her so unique.
Rebecca had a career-high hitting percentage today. How have you seen her grow offensively in your short time here?
Just confidence, wanting the ball in big moments, wanting the ball no matter where it is, whether it's behind the setter or in front of the setter. So I think that gives a lot of confidence to our setters to get her the ball. And she's gotten so much smarter also. You know, if it's not a great set, she's making great decisions. So that, you know, today didn't feel like an anomaly to me. It felt like normal Rebecca. And again, the game plan was to get the middles going.
Any more questions?
And then defensively, to me, you get back with 11 blocks, kind of one of the better blocking performances. What kind of changed with that to allow you to be more effective?
You know, just thought our timing was better, but yeah, again, a lot of times it's opponents and how they play when it comes to blocking. And you know, Maryland brought the fight to us from the service line and attacking wise. So they didn't tip. We had thought they would tip a little bit more, which they didn't. They were swinging away. So, and then I thought our technique was very good today, and that starts with communication. All right, thank you all.